Welcome to On Scene with Tampa Fire Rescue. I'm Fire Chief Tom Forward. On this episode, we cover some of the vital divisions here at Tampa Fire Rescue that contribute to the success of our teams, but that you might not recognize: the maintenance and the supply divisions. These divisions manage and maintain everything from the vehicles and the gear that our firefighters use every day to the uniforms they wear. The work these divisions do allow for our Tampa firefighters to be able to respond whenever they are called upon. We'll start by talking with Brian Gummo, who oversees the supply division here at Tampa Fire Rescue, which manages the gear that our firefighters use when they are called out in the field.
Well, the supply division is responsible for many things in the fire service that the stations utilize, both for cleaning items at the stations, as well as the firefighters. Their uniforms go through the supply division. Their bunker gear goes through the supply division. All the station cleaning supplies go through the supply division. And all the medical supplies wind up going through the supply division. Hose, several items that are used in the fire service fall under my realm of responsibility, if you will. We have 16 new recruits that just started. They just started last Monday on January 6th, and they're coming to get some bunker gear. Some of them are coming for new bunker gear, some of them are coming for loaner bunker gear, so we'll have to fit them and make sure that fit is correct. There are a couple things that we look for on my end of it to be sure they're protected. The other side of that coin is there's a couple things that we need to make sure that they are primarily comfort. You know, they need to be comfortable in their gear. They need to not have too many stress points, and we look for things like coverage, that the jacket overlaps the pants enough where there's protection there. God forbid there's a flash up or a flame up, or in a fire situation, they have the best protection that we can give them. So they pick small, medium, large t-shirts off the rack, which is probably $4, $5, or $6 a piece, but when you get to just about $2,000 for a set of bunker gear, we want to make sure that that coat and that pants and the boots and the hood and the helmet, the gloves fit correctly. That's our responsibility, and we take it very, very seriously. I would say we probably respond to the needs at the station on several different levels. That could be uniform issues, it could be equipment issues, it could be hose issues, nozzle issues. It's really, we're here for the firefighters. We commit ourselves to that. So if we're eating lunch, or if I'm eating lunch, or some of the other people that are here are eating lunch or busy doing something else, our commitment is to get them in and get them out as quick as we can so they can get back on the street to protect the public. But we really answer, I would say, between uniforms and bunker gear and station items, station supply items and things like that, just every day. We do that every single day. Depends on where you are. The more you run, the more alarms you answer, the reduced life expectancy is seen. Here in Tampa, they run a lot. It's busy. It's a busy city, probably close to 75,000 alarms a year. That's a lot of wear and tear on the trucks. We try to get about 12 or 15 years out of an engine, maybe a little bit more out of an aerial truck because they don't quite run as much. And then the rescue cars, sometimes the ambulance rescue cars, we call them rescue cars, they can be, sometimes 7 to 10 years, sometimes less. So we try to average that out so we get as much life out of them as possible, but sometimes that's a challenge as well. Well, all the trucks that you see in the background are all reserve trucks. They're either reserve engines or reserve rescue cars. We're short a couple of reserve aerial trucks. They're here for if a truck out on the street that's assigned to a particular station breaks down, or it's time for a preventative maintenance, or it needs something as simple as a tire change. Sometimes that's not all that easy, and it could take several hours or sometimes even days if it's a major repair. At that time, the guys will come over, the firefighters will come over, pick up a reserve, and they will place that in service at their particular station to be sure that the public is protected at all times. I think the most fun is actually coming to work. I enjoy the fire service. I've been in the fire service since I was 18. I just turned 62 a couple of weeks ago, so that's quite a few years. There was a couple years break in there, but so I grew up loving the fire service and joined the fire service as soon as I turned 18, and it's just a pleasure to work for for a great city and a wonderful department, and the chief and his assistant chiefs. It's just everything is fun. I just enjoy every minute of the day.
Thank you, Brian, and everyone else from the supply division. It is thanks to the time and care that you and everyone else put in that our firefighters are properly equipped when the call comes in. We now move to another essential division to the other departments here at Tampa Fire Rescue, the Vehicle Maintenance Facility. We're going to speak with Dick Guerra, who works with his team to keep Tampa fire trucks ready to respond morning, noon, and night.
This is the TFR Maintenance Service Center. Basically all we work on is emergency response vehicles. Fleet maintenance takes care of staff cars. This shop here probably has more certifications than most shops in the country. The technicians that work here, they first off have to start off with a Master ASE certification. ASE is Automotive Service Excellence. This is the blue shield that you see in the garages that you hopefully take your car to. Once they're Master certified, then they have to be EVT certified, or Emergency Vehicle Technician certified. That's a special certification, and that falls under a bunch of categories. Anything from fire engines, ARF trucks, boats, any kind of firefighting equipment, special electronics, because most of our equipment now are computerized. Basically, they could feel safe that the firefighters are in equipment that is safe, reliable, they work, they're going to go out there and do the job. As a specialty, so therefore when they go from one job to another, they're going to have a different lead technician. In other words, a lead technician for, say, aerials is EVT certified on aerials, so he becomes the lead technician. He goes to work on an engine, then he'll have a different person, maybe somebody that was working for him, now he's working for the other person. We have also ARF certifications, so he is the lead technician anytime we work on ARF. You know, and basically it rescues the same thing, the ambulance, electronics, computer certifications. So it's a full team concept because there really is no boss. You know, basically these guys, they have to be special and very in check with their temperament, because we can have a crew come in with their unit. We have to stop what we're doing. It doesn't matter what we're doing. And we need to get these people back in service again, get them back in their neighborhoods and get them back in their station and get them back in their unit. And so we have to drop what we're doing, and sometimes that's a little frustrating, and many mechanics don't make it over here because of that, you know, because they just get frustrated. You know, like anybody, you know, you start working on something, you don't want to get interrupted until you get done. So it's all them, really and truly. That is anything that's going to be saving life or property. In other words, a rescue unit, which is an ambulance in normal terms. For people, we have aerial platforms for structure fires, and we have pumpers. We also have the ARF units for the airport, air rescue and firefighting equipment. We also have foam trucks, vent trucks, anything again to assist saving life and property. I would dare say that our fire boats is probably the most challenging, and then our air rescue and firefighting equipment, ARF trucks at the airport, that's the next challenging. Fire boats, we have fire boats and rescue boats. We have a couple of rescue boats. We have Fireboat 19, which is a Boston whaler. We have Fireboat 17, which is a big, what we call Santmeyer. And we also have a fire ship, which is called the Patriot. Now that's a 69-foot fireboat with 4 engines running pumps. Our biggest vehicle, I would dare say, is the Patriot, which is a metalcraft 69-foot ship that runs 4 engines just for the outdrive. They have somewhere in the neighborhood of 7 cannons, water cannons, and is very maneuverable. It could actually spin around in circles in one spot. It also will hold itself still when it's fighting a fire.
We are really lucky to have great technicians like Dick Guerra providing service to our vehicles. I know that the vehicles we use are in tip-top shape due to the hard work that you all put in every day. I hope you enjoyed today's look into the maintenance and the supply divisions here at Tampa Fire Rescue. We would not be able to do all that we have without the support from these two teams. I'm Fire Chief Tom Forward, and I hope to see you again for the next edition of On Scene with Tampa Fire Rescue. Stay safe